Salutations. Well, it's a beautiful day. I think we'll go ahead and kick out another video and another topic. Right now, a lot of people are talking about that new black hole image that was found in M87. I took an interest in that because M87 is kind of where I've had some affiliation with some entities that are from around in that area that are part of this alliance. Just I've always been attracted to the Virgo galaxy. That is M87. Anyway, so talking about this new black hole image that they've gotten, I found it's very interesting when I hear them explaining certain things about it, like the glow around it, and that's actually the matter that's being sucked into the hole itself, and remind you that the event horizons itself of this black hole is invisible. So we're only seeing the matter around it. Now, taking this and turning this, kind of crossing this with what Dr. Rudy Schild, the physicist, says. He talks about MECOs. We've talked about this on the channel quite a bit. The MECOs and the quantum hologram. Now, the MECO is magnetic spheric, eternally collapsing objects. And it's a slightly different function that the wormhole black hole does to the black hole classification. All right, so the MECO is slightly different. But I think what is most interesting when we start dealing with that, and the MECO and the quantum hologram, we talked about with the ships already. If you go back on this channel, look, every time I mention the quantum hologram of consciousness, how that's seen in the UFO phenomenon, how you have two ships, or we have just one ship, and all of a sudden you'll see two of them there, and then they'll both disappear. That's because when they're going into that wormhole, they're going into that singularity that they're projecting. All right, they're leaving back the quantum hologram itself. So there appear that there's two of them for just a second. Okay, there'll be one, two, then one, and they'll both disappear. Or there'll be two of them, there'll be one, then there'll be two, then just one again, and then there'll be none. It's like they both disappear. Okay, that's that quantum hologram effect. But also when dealing with that, this is my understanding of what I've been able to read of this research and talking to people like Ray Hernandez also, is that the quantum hologram, or the MECO itself, the MECO is on the outside of the aperture itself. And that's what, when something passes through the aperture, that quantum hologram, that copy is made on the aperture. So the aperture itself is the MECO. And that means that is the mechanism that is storing the information for the black hole. And I believe what we're looking at in that picture of that new black hole in M87 of all galaxies, I find that fascinating. I believe that it's actually the MECO we're seeing in that picture, that orange dust, the orange illumination around it that they're saying is the matter that's actually being pulled in by the gravitational waves of the wormhole, or of the black hole itself. I think we're seeing the MECO, seeing that organism that stores the information for the black hole itself, which I think takes us into a whole nother premise about how these black holes function, about how our own creation itself, our own physical universe how its creation probably exists. A lot of people want to talk about the things that are possibly holographic here, and a lot of this universe is holographic, and it takes us into these whole premises. I won't go so far into that. As just I wanted to say what I believe we're seeing with this black hole imaging. And that's cool, because I heard most of my life we would never see that. They never have the technology to take a picture of it. Wrong on that. So we're seeing something. But the thing is, are we seeing an actual MECO itself? So remember also, for those of us that are experiencers, all right, we have civilizations that were type 3, type 4, type 2 that started using actually wormholes for their energetic. instead of being a type 3 civilization. So that means some of these civilizations don't even exist anymore, but they were using these things, so they still exist within the quantum hologram itself, within that MECO. I think that's serious, and that influences perhaps how these MECOs are dealing with the divine field and interacting with our brains themselves for those of us that are experiencers. Hey, food for thought, shoot it down if you want, but I don't think it can be disproven right now. You know, that's all I'm saying. And I'm throwing this out here because I'm constantly trying to always understand what I'm seeing, the information, and correlate it to the information I've been given during these experiences, and some of which I was born with. Why not? I try to stay awake, and much love to all y'all that do and support me in doing this. Hope to see some of you out at the Ascetti Ranch, I believe. That'll be soon. So please subscribe. Peace.